The photo that you are seeing was taken by Orion, all four of them completely lost, with all of humanity not because of, and not because but because they vanished, to the point that even NASA had no way to fix it. At 6:44 a.m. on April 7, Beijing time, during the Artemis mission, 4 astronauts they were sitting inside, flying at over 30,000 km, rushing toward the far side. The voices from mission control. All the data on the screen dropped as you speak into the microphone. Do you read? But the only reply is a crackling hiss of not because, but that 3,476 kilometers was sitting directly. Radio waves traveling. When they hit the moon, no reflection, no path around it at all. So, when they were on the, were they and what exactly were those 40 minutes? Artemis II is a crew to bring NASA back to the moon. They are not landing, only why do they have to fly behind them? Because there is a trajectory. This path uses the gravity of Earth, like us. It sends the spacecraft out. Even if the spacecraft, with no engines working, it can still fly itself back. Sounds right? The is that you are forced to go the exact communication. So it is not that NASA wants to. It is that physics leaves before the spacecraft. Mission control says, Orion, we are about to lose signal. Good. And then comes 40 minutes of not the kind of ordinary, but total absolute, without even background. The astronauts hear only the faint hum of machinery. But the most frightening thing, it is the green symbol on the screen, then disappears. You look out the lunar surface glides beneath you, covered. There is no sign. Looking, there is you cannot even see, because it always lies below. Physically, you are 400,000 kilometers. If it were you, what would scare your ex texting to come back? B. Time runs out and the signal does not. C. You hear moaning from the next room. I choose B because of malfunction. But if the signal does not come, that means either Earth is gone or you are never coming back. And you do not know. That uncertainty is what is. To deal with that, the scientists equipped with a fully automatic, even without communication, adjust itself and trigger. The free return trajectory does not, even if all four the spacecraft will still return on its own. Itself. But there is one detail. During the cameras on board were switched off. NASA did not want the whole world to see. During that period, for the first, human beings were placed in a, while no audience, no witnesses, 4 people, 4 windows, and outside them only. Did they cry? Did they pray? Did they scream? No one knows, because it exists only in their. NASA should release the audio from, or should it preserve their privacy? In fact, NASA still has not from the mannequins in the Artemis. That loneliness was difficult. As the final tense, the spacecraft flew. At the moon's edge, a curved band of, it was sunlight reflected from. Suddenly, the headset cracked, then a familiar voice. Orion, this is Houston. Signal lock acquired. Welcome back. Immediately, all the data flooded in. Positions, pressure, The astronauts replied, Houston, this is Orion. We just saw true dark and felt the sign that comes when humans leave Earth. But perhaps during they experienced a kind of loneliness that no civilization. You turn off, that is being alone. You are in, that is, but when you are in space with them, the only proof of your existence is yourself. There is no second path. The fourth, Artemis, may become the only, when human beings were completely, and those 4 are the only people who, to disappear complete. Maybe after someone will ask, were you afraid? And they will answer. But what was even, was that the Earth on the other side might no longer exist.